Alright, let's dive into something that's been making headlines lately. Social Security benefits are projected to jump by 3.8% in 2027. Now, before you start calculating how much extra cash you might get, let's pause and unpack what this really means. Because, personally, I think this isn't just about numbers. It's about the bigger picture of how seniors are navigating inflation, healthcare costs, and the future of Social Security itself. First off, what's this 3.8% all about? It's the cost of living adjustment, or COLA, which is essentially the annual bump in Social Security benefits designed to help recipients keep up with inflation. Sounds straightforward, right? But here's where it gets interesting. COLA is calculated based on the third quarter inflation average from the previous year. So, by the time you get that adjustment, you've already been dealing with higher costs for months. From my perspective, this lag is a huge issue. It's like trying to catch up in a race where the finish line keeps moving. Now, let's talk about why this 3.8% projection matters. Advocacy groups like the Senior Citizens League, TSCL, and ARP are forecasting this increase, but it's not set in stone. Alex Moore from TSCL points out that economic uncertainty, especially with volatile oil prices, could still shift this number. What makes this really interesting is how much external factors, like fuel prices, can influence something as critical as Social Security benefits. If you take a step back and think about it, this highlights just how interconnected our economy is, and how vulnerable seniors can be to these fluctuations. But here's the kicker. Even if the COLA goes up by 3.8%, is it enough? Russell Glure from the AMC Foundation argues that healthcare costs, in particular, are outpacing Social Security increases. And the data backs this up. 57% of seniors have skipped healthcare procedures due to cost. Personally, I find this alarming. Skipping a dentist appointment might seem minor, but it's often preventive care that ends up costing more down the line. What this really suggests is that COLA isn't just about keeping up with inflation. It's about ensuring seniors can afford basic necessities. This raises a deeper question. Is the current COLA formula fair? The Social Security 2100 Act, reintroduced in Congress, proposes using a CPI for the elderly CPI instead of the standard CPI. Why? Because seniors spend disproportionately more on housing and healthcare, two areas hit hardest by inflation. In my opinion, this is a step in the right direction. It acknowledges that one-size-fits-all inflation metrics don't work for everyone. But here's the catch. This bill has been reintroduced multiple times since 2014 and hasn't passed. What many people don't realize is that this isn't just a policy debate. It's about the dignity and financial security of millions of seniors. So where does this leave us? If the 3.8% COLA holds, it's a welcome increase, but it's not a silver bullet. One thing that immediately stands out is the need for systemic changes to address the unique challenges seniors face. From rising Medicare premiums to the lag in COLA adjustments, the current system feels like it's playing catch-up. Personally, I think we need to rethink how we approach Social Security and inflation, not just for 2027, but for the long term. As we wrap up, here's my closing thought. Social Security isn't just a number on a paycheck. It's a lifeline for millions. And while a 3.8% increase might seem like good news, it's just one piece of a much larger puzzle. What do you think? Is the current COLA system working, or do we need a complete overhaul? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts.